What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. The market is bloody today,
What's going on? What's going on?
so we have to make sure we talk about it. I will be buying some today on this session, so let's keep our eyes on the ball. We have a few things going on today. I'm actually looking at the market for the first time today. I mean, when I sent the email out, so I'm looking at it for the first time today. And the market is bloody. Let's just take a look here. Let me refresh. Oh my God. The market is down by 14% in the last 24 hours. So, if you've been following what I've been doing here for the past, this is the third live session, then you know what I'm talking about. Then you were prepared for today's consolidation. Bitcoins came back to $35,000, so I am buying today. So the first thing I want to do, let me just go ahead and share this to Twitter really quickly, just to make sure that we cover all the bases. The first thing I want to do, to be honest with you, is I want to look at the live, what do you call it? Relative market performance. That's what I want to look at. Okay, I want to see how we're performing against the market. The second thing I want to do is I want to buy some Bitcoins. I'm probably going to buy $25 worth of Bitcoins. I know. If you're brand new here, like, really, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Our dollar cost average in here, we don't do more than that. That's the game we'll play. Let's see. So cryptocurrency, look at this one. Yeah, we dollar average. It's called dollar cost average. That's what we do. We do not see. I understand the cryptocurrency to a certain extent. I am not an expert. Neither are you. Most likely, you're not an expert. Regardless of how much you think you know what the market is going to do, whatnot, nobody knows what this market is going to do. The only thing we know is that eventually, 5 to 10 years play, it's going up. That's the only thing I know. All right. Why? Because of the blockchain technology, right? Now, in terms of risk management, that's something that no one is talking about, right? Most people are talking about everything to the moon. Yeah, I'm so sorry to say, a lot of people are losing money right now. This is kind of like the same thing that happened on Wednesday. I'm not sure which one is worse. I don't know, but second time in a row. Yesterday seemed like a bounce back. Was that the real best bounce back? No, it wasn't. Okay. Anyway, so let's look at the live market performance here. So 14.46. If you want a copy of my crypto portfolio tracker, just let me go ahead and share that with you. You want to text me the word safe. You want to text the word safe directly to me at 732-517-7532, and I'll give you a copy of my crypto tracker, which is it's a little tracker that I use to track everything that's going on here. So what do we say? We have 14.46. The market is down by 14.46. So I'm going to put that here, negative 14.46. When you get your copy, you want to make sure you go here and create a copy, make a copy of it. Don't use the exact one I send you. And then you name it whatever you want. All right, 14.46. Let's look at what our portfolio is doing, which is the portfolio we're using for this experiment. This experiment is a long-term 5 to 10 years play. So that's a good reason to come back here when I do this live session, because I will always update you. Last time I checked, the value was 333. We're in the negative. Absolutely, we're in the negative from where we started. Even though when I launched this channel, we were, it's a little bit more down, even better. 320.11, right? So we were up by 55%. Okay, like when I started this channel, this was like 2 weeks ago on the 3rd of May. See, 54%, right? All right, but right now we're below zero in terms of ROI, and I warned y'all, if you paid attention to me, 320.11, that number goes into this spot right here. So we're negative 18. We're losing money by 18%. As far as our total investment so far is 392. The value of the portfolio is 320. What does this mean? We're buying more. All right, so 320 goes here as well. 320. Now we need to look at one more value, okay, which is the value of the portfolio 24 hours ago. So we go here, we click 24 hours, and I just drag my cursor over here all the way to the last point, 388.34. All right, so and that goes here, 388. Sorry about that. 388.34. All right, so man, it's bloody. So our portfolio is down in the last 24 hours by 17%. I told you we get beat up more than the market, but we outpace the market on good days as well, for obvious reasons, because majority of our portfolio is Ethereum and Bitcoins. So if I go under my portfolio here, you can see here that 30% of the portfolio is Ethereum, and the next biggest is Litecoin, and that wasn't the case before up to today. Next biggest is Bitcoin, but we're buying more Bitcoin right now, and we're gonna buy more Ethereum, and I'll tell you what else I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy 2 more tokens, following our formula, which is 75% top market cap, okay, 75% high market cap tokens, and then we find a very nice one that's getting beat up on the Coinbase Coinbase exchange, and then we buy it. Just add it to the portfolio. Nothing crazy, something simple. We're just trying to balance as we go along, right? And you just never know which one will take off. But I'm not buying anything that's not on the Coinbase exchange. Okay, why? Because I am leveraging their research, and that's it. You know, very simple. I'm keeping it simple because this is not what I do for a living. This is just. So with that being said, this is not financial advice in any way. Make sure you seek financial advices before you make any kind of crazy. But what we're doing is we're buying $20 worth of every week up to the first 20 weeks, and this week we're switching literally to we're switching to $100 per week, okay? And I only recommend that if you know that $100 per week is something you would absolutely throw away, and the experiment is for 1 year. So you can see here that goes up to 52 weeks, right? All right, so now this week we're turning this week into this one. We change to $100, and you see everything else we switch to $100 henceforth. That's the formula that's already embedded in my crypto portfolio. Whatever you can afford every week, you put it in, regardless of what the market is doing, up and down. That's what we call dollar cost averaging. And let me see here. Let me show you what dollar cost averaging means on Google. Okay. Now, a dollar cost averaging DCA is an investment strategy in which an investor divides up the total amount to be invested across periodic purchases of a target asset in an effort to reduce the impact of volatility. All right, so if you know anything about the cryptocurrency market, it's volatile. We all agree with that, right? Good. Volatility on the overall purchase. The purchases occur regardless of the asset's price and at regular intervals. Boom. So I told you 2 days ago or so, I told you that it hasn't consolidated yet, that the market is going to consolidate. But anyway, that's what you're looking at right now. It came back to, I'm about to buy at $34,000. Is it going to go low up? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to buy today. I get to buy. See, if I had, like, on this date, let's look at this day. If I go back to on the 5th of January, right, which you can see here that if I go to 1 year, you can see that it correlates with the same time, right? If I go back to that day, you can see that it's still growing and we're still straight line up regardless, right? Because we're adding money and we're not depending on the market to increase the value of the portfolio. We're putting money there, and we also know that the fundamental is strong from a standpoint of worldwide adaptation of blockchain, and the cryptocurrency is inevitable. That's what I believe personally, okay? Now, how that's going to play out, we don't know. That's why the market is playing in so much volatility in the market, okay? Anyway, so let's go ahead and just buy right now before the market starts to retreat. By the way, it doesn't really matter, okay? But if I had bought yesterday, I would have buying more expensive, but it still wouldn't matter because my interval is my interval. My interval is every weekend. I put my set amount in there. After 20 weeks, I'm increasing it to $100 per week, and you're watching me do it right now. So where I go when I want to buy, which I'm doing in front of you for the first time ever, is I go to trade under Coinbase. If you want access to Coinbase and you want to simultaneously support us, just send the word safe to the phone number 732-517-7532, and I will reply you with the link to my crypto tracker as well as a link to a special link to get you $10 worth of bitcoins after you've purchased $100 worth of stuff. So that, because if you're following my lead, that should be maybe in 5 weeks time. Okay. All right, so what are we going to do right now? We're going to buy Bitcoin for, I could see a quick link on the right hand side right here, one-time purchase of Bitcoin. I'm going to buy Bitcoin, right? I'm going to make sure it's sorted by market cap. The highest market cap is still Bitcoin. Bitcoin is worth altogether from $1 trillion to $600 billion. It just lost $600 billion. Means nothing to me. That just means I'm buying cheaper because it's coming back up, right? So I'm gonna click buy over here. We'll click on 100. Oh, not 100. Sorry, I'm not buying 100. I'm buying 25. Okay, I'm buying 25 of Bitcoin. I'm buying 25 of Ethereum. Total of $100 that I'm spending. Now Coinbase charges $1 fee for each, so you're actually buying $24. Okay, actually I don't know the exact fee. Let me see here. Custom 25. They charge you a certain fee, but they take it out of your 25 that you put here, basically, right? So buy Bitcoin 25 preview buy. See, okay, they're charging you $1.49. So I'm actually buying 23.51, $23.51 worth of Bitcoins. Okay, and you can see the actual amount right there, 0.000. So that's the beauty about cryptocurrency. You can buy fractions, right? So just buy what you can afford, right? So I buy now, and then after that I'm gonna go perfect, awesome. After that I'm gonna buy some Ethereum. Ethereum is down 20%, down to $2,000. Why does this sound like sweet music into my ears? Because I am dollar cost averaging. That's why. It doesn't matter to me. I'm counting on this for 5 to 10 years play. I've actually seen people say 10 to 20 years. I believe them. I agree with that as well. That's just the wave of the future. What happened 20 years ago? 20 years ago was 2000, year 2000. What happened 10 years before that? There was the dot-com boom bust, and then it was a bust, right? Because people went crazy. They started dumping their life savings in it. Internet is still here to stay. Many people's life savings went with that volatility. So that's why we're doing this. All right, so buy Ethereum custom. I'm buying $25 worth, and then let's see. I'm being charged $1.49, which is fine. See, one of the disadvantages to buying based on emotions and greed is that you end up buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling, and then you're not even tracking how much you're paying in fees for those transactions, right? That's one of the disadvantages. Like I told you yesterday, this is always $1 unless you're looking for a place to park money. So we don't buy Theta. The next available here is Cardano. It's only here because the people have parked $58.6 billion in it, right? But I'm buying Cardano because it's the third highest market cap here. Buy. And then do one time, well, go back. It's a one-time purchase already. $25 worth of Cardano. And I'm being charged $1.49. There you go. But I'm buying 17.34 Cardanos, essentially ADAs as they call them. All right. So anything outside of Bitcoins is what they call altcoins. Although some people really believe that if a coin have been created over more than a week ago, it's no longer considered an altcoin because everybody's looking for that automatic 1 cent turns to $1 in a day, right? That's not the game I'm playing. As you can see, my portfolio does not have Doge coins. I don't care. It doesn't matter. And it's not like I don't care because I don't care. is because it doesn't fit my strategy. It's just, see, the people that are going to lose money in this game are people that don't have strategy. The minority, some minority will get lucky, but that's like winning a lottery. They usually will lose that money back into the marketplace because they never trained their mind for the discipline required to maintain such an amount of money. So I've seen this. Oh, refresh. Exchanges. So the price changed while I was talking, right? And then we're going to buy. Yep, done. So we just purchased Cardano. Yep. So we need one more. One more. We've spent $75. 75% of what we're spending today. We've spent it today. We need to spend $25 more on something. How do I come up with something? It's very, very simple. I go under change and I click on it to sort it by change. All right, and you can see this one is getting beat up. I've never seen it before. It's getting beat up today. So what I'll do is I'll click into it. Okay, and as you can see, it's going in the downward trend in the past 24 hours. Okay, it's getting beat up really badly. Let's look at 1 week. Okay, there's a lot of ups and downs in 1 week. Okay, so there's potential. Some people believe in this. I don't know what it is yet. I will find out in a second. In 1 month, oh, actually it came up in last 1 month. It's $315 right now, and it was yeah. So it's just lost money, about 13% in 1 month. 1 year, it's gained 61,000% in 1 year. And if you look at our rules here, rule number 2, we only care about this rule right here. As far as this chart, 1 year. Ultimately, this supersedes everything, okay? But of course, there's exception to every rule as well. So take that with a grain of salt. So I've never seen this particular token before. And number 42, most held. So people are holding on to it. Market cap is $4 billion in it, right? About $1 billion moved hands in the last 24 hours. 12.8 of them million of those tokens are in circulation. All right, so I won't know. Okay, it's an Ethereum token. Okay, and I believe in Ethereum. A lot of people are complaining about Ethereum because of the energy consumption of the particular technology. But honestly, every technology evolves over time. Okay, and our weight right now, most of it is Ethereum still. But we shall see. But anyway, it's Ethereum token that powers Aave, a decentralized non-custodial money market protocol, where users can participate as depositors or borrowers. Depositors provide liquidity to the market to earn a passive income, while borrowers are able to borrow cryptocurrency in exchange for paying a variable interest rate. All right, so it's money market. Essentially, it's a money market tool, and all of this can disappear overnight. So seek financial advice, okay? But yes, I'm buying this right now. I'll be buying some Aave right now in this moment. You can buy on the right hand side. Custom 25 worth of Aave. Now, another thing I could do. Now, the reason why I won't do that is because, again, I don't want to spread all those fees all over the place. If I buy $5 worth of each one of these altcoins on 5 different places, I'll be paying $5. As opposed to, let me stick to my plan, right? When I click preview buy on this, I'm only going to pay $1.49. But if I do 4 different transactions of 5, that's $5 right there that I'm giving to Coinbase. So again, 25% we use it to play, 75% in strong coins or strong tokens, right? So I'm buying that, and then we could go take a closer look at the market and see what's going on. All right, so we bought cheap this week. That's what we've done. So because the market got beat up, I'm not mad. If it was up, I would do the same thing. My target exit is not 5 onto 10 years time. Okay, that's my target exit. So now let's go back to go look at the portfolio. Portfolio is now up because we just added some, obviously, right? It's up by $404.33. This is how it works, right? If I was you see how that shot up over there? Let's go. You see how this shot up because I was buying? if somebody was trying to buy into my portfolio, into the value of my portfolio, this is what it looks like. See, when I bought stuff, that means I believe in my strategy. People will see that and say, oh yeah, let me buy some more. That's how the market works, believe it or not, right? But it's a function of so many other things. As you can see, it also went down here, right? It also crashed here, not because I was selling stuff. If I was selling to do the same thing, it's because other people are selling underlying variables of my portfolio. That's how the market works. Okay. So anyway, let's look at last 24 hours. So last 24 hours. So now it's 404.33. Okay. 404.33. Oh, no, I need to. So basically, I need to go to the next line here, which is this weekend, which is, so this says 524. So I buy anytime between Friday and Sunday. So 524. So I'm gonna add 4433. Right. So we're still down because now we've invested a total of 492. Right. We're still down by 17.82%. Right. And the present is 4433. So, and then the last 24 hours is 390.12. 390.12. So now that's $100 that I don't know. I could be burning that up in the club tonight or something like that. Maybe it would be, but I decided to spend it in an asset class that I believe in. Okay. So the portfolio change now says 3.264, right? Granted, that's because I just added some money to it, but that was the plan for the past 21 weeks, right? That's why the strategy works. So I'm going to refresh this. The market is down again by 18.21. So we actually probably got some really good price there, exactly, because it's 34,000 now, right? 18.21. So let's add that here. Negative 18.21%. All right, so we're beating the market by 120% right now. Again, I could have dumped all that money in there a few weeks ago when the market was up, when Bitcoin's prices were at 60. All right, so let me show you something. All right, so if we go here, go to under trade, we'll go under Bitcoin, we'll go under 1 month. So at some point about last 1 month, it was at $64,000. No, actually let's put 1 year here. It's like 2 months ago or so. There you go. All right, right there. I think that's right there. Yeah. On this date, April 13, $64,899. That's what Bitcoin's worth. So now we're picking up at a bargain, at a massive bargain. No, because we now know that Bitcoin can go back up to $64,000. We know that for a fact right now, right? But we also know for a fact I can go down to zero. Let me say that right now. No financial advice here, okay? But at the same time, it's not gambling. There's literally, how do I know it's not gambling? Because there's $1.45 trillion in the market. There's like, we know that over 40 million of Americans hold on to Bitcoins. So it's not exactly gambling. Okay, that's people that trust in the value and the direction that it's going. All right. So on April 13, right? Where were we on April 13? On April 13, let's look here. Okay, so somewhere around here, we had already invested 292 at that time. We were doing, so the market was doing $64,000 on that day, and on that week, as soon as I purchased the new set for that week, my portfolio was up by 26%. At some point during that week, the moving dropped down to 18. It's a lot of ups and downs, right? So if you look here, I'm going to double click on this graph. I go on the setup. I need to update this to 22 to reflect the new week we just got into, right? And I'll do the same thing here. 22. All right, and I need to also update this 404.33. All right, so you need to update these two columns. The difference between this column and this column is that you can update this as much as you want during the week. This one stays the same, kind of like this one, right? So we know that this one at the beginning of this week was 21% up. At the end of this week, because of what just happened, the portfolio was down 18%, right? So we're still down by 17% based on the fact that we've invested 492 so far, right? All right. So, and you can see this, you can see here that for the first time, this curve absolutely broke its back, right? Why? Because the actual value of the portfolio went down. This green line crossed the red line, right? Crossed the red line. The red line actually lifted its weight up because we're investing $100 per week now, so that actually accelerated up, right? And but you can see also that the moment this crosses, when this crosses, is the same point that this line crossed down into below 0% ROI. Just the return on investment on a weekly basis of the portfolio, right? All right, so that's that. That's the, when the things start to pick up again, we'll be here covering this, and that's the beauty about all of this, right? So let's see what's going on in the news. Yeah, so what we did today so far, we looked at how we're doing for relative market performance in the beginning of the session, of this particular live session. Obviously, we're getting beat up, but right now we're up because we just added some more. We bought some more tokens very cheaply. So we're now we're beating the market by 120% because we understand that game, right? And we didn't just buy on Wednesday when everybody was panicking. It's consolidating, so it's stable. We know that it's stable, right? But again, it's still in a nosedive over here when you look at this, right? But anyway, let's look at what's going on in the news. Let's see what they're saying. How you see that, you go to For You. Bitcoin crashes 12% as China reiterates mining crackdown. Okay, so that's what's going on. Okay, so because China is cracking down on the mining of Bitcoin on their facilities. So mining is done with the computers. That's the idea of mining Bitcoins. Mining Bitcoins is basically means computers processing transactions between a buyer and a seller, or transfer of Bitcoins, or transfer of value using Bitcoins. Okay, and that's called mining, and that's that creates value within the Bitcoin ecosystem too. Now, that my definition is just how I understand it. That's not necessarily the technicalities of it, but just Bitcoin mining is a way to produce more Bitcoins by processing other people's transaction. That's what I understand about it. Okay. There should be definitely more details into it, but that's not why we're here. But boom, so that's a real reason why there's a crash. Now it's crashing down by 12%, but again, the real question is that, are all these people going to remove their money? All these people with $600 billion? I don't think so. I just don't think so. And if that happens, oh well, okay. At least I didn't go dump my life savings into it like some people, right? Right. So the idea here is we're using limited information to create wealth. That's what we're doing, okay? Transcript on yield farming, DeFi, and Ethereum on the episode. Okay, this is some live sessions here. I'm not going to go into it. I'm just looking for headlines. UK politicians calls for HM Treasury to start nurturing crypto businesses. All right, so while UK is calling to start nurturing crypto businesses, China is cracking down on it. Think about that. Does that really make any sense? All right, so yeah, it's not going anywhere. Crypto is not going anywhere. Let's just keep that. Told Parliament that the UK's finance ministry should provide more support for crypto. Let's go here. For crypto space, sorry about that. Businesses to innovate, lobbying over fears of a mass exodus of UK. Crypto business has heated up in recent months. Yes. So the people that had, let me say like this, what had value to crypto is people, not the government. If the people says we believe in this useless stuff, then it stands. Especially in westernized countries. I'm not talking about any other type of government system, but in westernized countries, it stands. That's just what it's going to be, right? Because the people say that's what they want. Okay. That's what I pick up from. I'm sure there's more details in that again. Bitcoin's claim of rivaling gold as portfolio edge losses luster. Yeah, but this doesn't stand either because gold also fluctuates in value. Right? Let me see if I can come up with something with gold value here. Gold value, gold price. Yeah, I mean, even gold also fluctuates in value all the time, including silver. So again, when people say that, they say like it never fluctuates in value. It fluctuates heavily in value all the time. Okay, the more confident people are in a marketplace, um, the more people invest into the marketplace, even if it doesn't necessarily make sense on the front end or on surface value, right? All right, so 1 day swings of 31%, a slump amid a jump in US inflation, ever more critical regulatory scrutiny. Bitcoin delivered all of this. Okay. Learned Ampleforth governance token. Earned $3 in fourth. Okay, somebody's selling some other kind of token. Algorand staking rewards are available on Coinbase. Alright, so I'm guessing Coinbase is probably getting beat up today too in the stock market. Coinbase stock. Yeah, it's getting beat up 1 day. Yeah, 235 all the way, lost about 3%. Okay, not bad actually, not bad. All right, let me see here. Okay, so it's been declining since the beginning. I think it came in at 328, so 224. Okay, since the day it launched, which is April 14, it looks like. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, these are just other people selling tokens here. Mystery donor gives Penn Watson $5 million in Bitcoin. School says it has downside protection. Penn said it has a plan to handle the potential downside of a large Bitcoin donation, but did not elaborate. Yeah. All right, so it's not doing badly, but market is bloody today. Let's see what's going on. Let's refresh. 17.84. So why don't we do one more assessment before we end the day and end for the weekend? I think this is pretty cool that we're able to see this play out in real life. 17.84, negative 17.84. And let's go to portfolio. We got how much? 407.76, 407.76. So you see how I updated this? I also update this one, but I don't touch this one, right? I update this, but not this one. That one stays the same from the moment I update for once a week, right? So 407.76. Okay. And we need one more value. What was the value 24 hours ago? Look at that line, right? 390.67. 390.67. See how that number moves very fast? It goes from negative to like over 100 very fast. So imagine if the market is performing well today. Or let's say, let me give you guys some hopes before you leave right now today, right? First of all, I look at my portfolio on 1 year. Okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, the strategy I'm using is a straight line up. Got beat up over here some on the 24th, like a month ago. Yeah, almost a month ago. Just got beat up again over the past few days. But if you compare this value to zero, then you get what we're doing. I could have this money in other places working, but it's not going to benefit from the volatility that's going on, but not just volatility, but more so the fact that Bitcoin is still extremely undervalued in my opinion. Okay, now with that being said, I'm going to go on the trade. I'll look at the Bitcoin graph on a 1 year chart. Okay, all right, so it went up by 300% in the last 1 year. Okay, altogether by 33,000. Okay, you can see what it's been doing. This is the first time, by the way, that I started paying attention, like around 2000 and December. Well, yep, exactly around 2017 December It went up. I heard all the news. I heard about it a long time ago, but never paid attention. I started paying attention at this point. Then there was a massive sell-off. Then I kind of left the whole thing alone, right? And in recent times, um, beginning of this year, Bitcoins was at what? At $6,000, and I started to buy. Okay, in January, and see what has happened since then. Okay, so I think it's gonna double. I think it's going up to $70,000 very very soon. That's what I think. Particularly because the way Bitcoin is set up, there's limited supply in any circulation ever. Okay, so just wanted to say that, and that's it. That's all I have for you today. I think hopefully you've been enlightened and again educated. If you want, if you want to learn how this works, you make sure you want to start. Make sure before you start buying bitcoins or taking advantage of the market the way it's going right now. I want you to go ahead and go to Safe Crypto channel on YouTube, Safe Crypto Investing Club. Let's see if it comes up. Okay, there you go, right there. Okay, subscribe. So I just subscribe to it myself, and you want to make sure that you go under the page and you want to make sure that you watch this. You want to watch free cryptocurrency one-on-one course. Okay, um, just to have a layman language of how this thing works and the mindset behind the rules, the seven ultimate rules. Make sure you watch that before you take advantage of start taking advantage of it and following my lead, and just follow the plan. Like I said, do your first 20 weeks. After 20 weeks at $20 a week, you can up it to $100. So play like that. Okay, play like that. Keep it simple. That's if you're getting started for the first time. That's the strategy I'm doing here. You can bend the rules a little bit to your taste, but just make sure you have a strategy. That's all I have for you on this episode. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated, and I will see you on the next one, and peace.